Hey, what's up? It's your girl Lori Painter, and I am making a video update for you, because you wrote me asking me where I have been and what I have been up to, saying, Lori, it's been 6 months, what's up? What's happening? So this video is for you because you said you missed me. So thank you so much for reaching out to me, and thank you for caring and wanting to be on this journey with me. So let me just pick up with where I left off. The last I left off is I told you that I was working on writing my book again, pulling it out and going through it again and doing all that cool stuff, which is really kind of funny because there was a point where I was like afraid to go into that zone, feeling like my world may completely change. And it's so interesting. So there was a time where I was reading it and I was getting into the zone and getting into the flow, but I was also sometimes resisting it. And it wasn't until 3 weeks into July, I was like, screw it. Like, that's it. Like, this is just where I want to be, like in this space of just like owning this spiritual awareness and journey and experience and awakening. And I have made that my priority. That has been the number one most important thing to me, is the cleansing of my spiritual being and being as clear and clean as I can be as I'm walking through life. And holy smokes, it's not even been 6 weeks and amazing things have been unfolding. Amazing things. Things that, like, they might sound really small, but it's a difference between what I'm noticing is where I feel like I gotta go out and try to do these things. Instead, it's almost like they're coming to me and I'm like, oh, whoa, like, yeah, cool. I was thinking about that. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's like it's just coming towards me rather than me going out and chasing it. And it's a really super cool vibe that I'm riding. And some of my friends are like, dude, are you high? Are you like on drugs? What the heck are you on? And I swear, no, I'm not on anything, I promise. I'm like high on life, and I feel like this. My analogy is like a cell phone. You know, you have a cell phone, you plug it in and you charge it and it's fully charged, and then you disconnect it from the charger, and then as you use it, it depletes and it drains down, and then you charge it back in. And I kind of feel like sometimes that's how we can be in our lives, where we plug in and we get fully charged, but then we disconnect and then we begin to drain and deplete. And the difference that I feel that what I'm doing now is I'm just not disconnecting from the source. So my battery isn't depleting and I'm staying fully charged and fully inspired. So I'm always operating at this 100%. And it's just, time stands still. Things are flowing to me. And it's almost like my eyes are more open because I'm not so stressed out. I really feel that when you're depleted, you know, you're not seeing things as clearly as you would be if you were fully functioning and everything was on a high charge. So let's see, what have I been doing? I started adding more pleasure into my life. I'm definitely part of TEDx Temecula. So if you are into TED Talks or you don't know what TED is, I highly suggest you go to TED.com, TED, it stands for Technology, Entertainment, and Design. And it was originally put together for some of the most brilliant minds to share ideas worth spreading. And I have fallen in love with TED. I love the clear, conscious communication that they use. Their articulation, the way that they communicate is just mesmerizing to me. And that's something that I am so drawn to because I want that same ability to communicate to you in such a way that just sits with you and resonates with you. So I'm so drawn to that I found out in my local community that someone was putting on a TEDx event in Temecula. So you can check it out, tedxtemecula.com, and I'm on the team for that. And I've been enjoying the process of watching this whole event come together, which we're on the countdown now. It's like, what, it's on October 13th. So it's like a month away, 5 weeks away, 6 weeks, something like that. And we're getting down to like the nitty gritty. We've got our speakers, we've got the location, we're getting all of the sponsors, we're pulling it all in. And I'm just enjoying that process. I really enjoy being affiliated with TED. The next thing that I wanted to be a part of is I realized I just love to dance. I love it. I just love it. I can't get enough of it. It's one of the things that I do that I just feel so alive. So I decided to go and get pole certified, pole fitness instructor certification. And so now I am teaching a pole fitness class, and it's more like the floor work and more dance elements, and it's just so fun. I'm in this space with other cool chicks, and we just play and we just express and we just move. And I love how Tony Robbins says the fastest way to change your emotion is to get in motion. And this is just one of those free-flowing body flow type experiences, and I just absolutely love it. And I also love the athletic challenge of doing anything with a pole. I swear, it's like, pole is like vertical ballet. The muscular control that you've got to have to do this stuff is insane, and it's such a challenge. And I love things that are like, they're not easy the first time around. It's like you got to keep going to get it down. There's such an appreciation that it shows that you've dedicated some time and energy in this particular field, that you can actually do what not anybody can just do. I mean, anybody can do it if they actually put the time and energy into it. So I'm enjoying the challenge of that. And let's see what else. Oh, so you knew that I was working on the book, right? I was writing about that, saying like, this is what I'm so called to do. And really funny, it was in July, I decided like, this is it. I really want to make spirituality my first and foremost priority. Guide me now. What is the thing that I need to be doing right now? And I was inspired to get up and go check my email. I check it, and the thing that came through at that same moment was from Hay House and Balboa Press, where they're offering a writing contest, and you had to have 50,000 words turned in by September 27th. And I was like, that's it. This is the accountability that I needed to kick me in the butt to inspire me to finish this up. It's a beautiful deadline. It's like very clear. I get that. And I'm not necessarily writing for the contest. It's just another thing to hold me accountable, to support me in my journey. So I filled out the little registration to do it, and I could not believe how awesome it is. I've got this awesome chick. Her name is Laura Bailey, and she's with Balboa Press and Hay House, and she has just been fantastic with calling me, checking in on me, supporting me through the writing process, and just being such a great source of resources and information. And I just feel so thankful for that, because I don't feel alone in the writing process, and I feel safe. You know, one of the things that I could easily do is get overwhelmed in the writing process, like, how much does this need to be, and then what do I do next? And if I thought of all the steps that went into place in order to write and publish a book, I could easily get overwhelmed, and then that would stop me from moving forward. But the really cool way that this is unfolding is it's almost just like step by step by step, and I'm not worried about the next step and how it's all gonna look. It just is unfolding. I am enjoying writing right now. I am enjoying, like, as I'm writing this, like, I am evoking that same awareness within me, and it's so supportive of me, and it's so nurturing me, and it's so fulfilling within me that I just can't help but benefit from what I'm writing about. And it's so awesome. And here's the really cool thing. I'm not worried about how the structure is all going to come together. I've got a couple of different ways that I think that this story can flow, but I'm going to just take all of this writing and then submit it to an editor and work with an editor and have them bring out and draw out the best of this, so that this can be something that really translates well and really resonates well. So it's kind of an exciting journey. I really don't know how it's all going to look, but I have the essence. Like I feel the essence and I know the message that it's going to be bringing. And I'm loving the creative expression. I'm a blabbermouth. I like to talk. I like to write. I like to read. And so this is just another opportunity for me to feel fully expressed, and I'm just digging on it. I'm digging on how effortless it is. I'm digging on the support that I'm getting, and I'm just in the zone. Let's see, my kids started school, and I can't believe it that I have 2 kids in high school. Like, when the heck did this happen? It's such a trip. Alex is in soccer. They both went into braces. Megan is on a dance team. And I'm just really enjoying this precious time with my kids. It's like as they get older, they're, going on their own and doing more things on their own. And it's just kind of cool just to be like a loving presence there for them, not a control freak mom. It's just, I don't have that typical dramatic teenage experience where I've got like arguments and control freak issues and battles between them. It just doesn't exist. It's like, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's so funny. People are always like, oh, it's got to be so difficult to have teenagers. I know what it's like to have teenagers. And I'm just happy to say that's so not my reality. That's so not what I'm experiencing at this time. And I just know that my time with them, in a sense, is limited. Like, this time is so precious. I just really want to enjoy it, because there will be a day where they move out and they do what they're going to do in this world, and they won't be here. So it's nice to just know that this isn't forever, so enjoy it. And that's kind of like a really cool metaphor for life in itself. Like, this isn't always going to last forever, so just enjoy it while you can, because this moment is going to pass. And I'm right there with it. And here's another really cool thing. Like, let me just get all cozy and tell you. Here's another cool thing that I've been loving. So in August, I just kind of got into like a week and a half or so of really dedicating myself to my spiritual awakening and awareness and knowingness. And a lot of things happened in this month. So I had a car accident. My bank account got hacked into, and also like relationships from the past have kind of resurfaced into my life. And it's funny because some of my friends would be like thinking, oh my gosh, you poor thing, like look at all these things that are happening. But what's really kind of trippy is I don't feel that I've suffered at all. Did I have some pain with the car accident? Yes. But at the end of the day, I really feel like I am so lucky to be alive. Like, I'm so thankful. And I just see everything as a new opportunity to be a truer version of who I am and express the highest vibration, the highest perspective within me. And I've just been feeling so good. So things that would normally probably hit a person and knock them down, it's not happening. It's almost like, you can't even bring me down, baby. Like, you can't make me have a bad day, sort of a thing. And it's just cool. It's just cool. Do I sometimes slip and get in a little funk? Yeah, but here's the coolest thing. Where I used to be 95% of the time in fear and then 5% in a space of love, little by little, these muscles of shifting, it's now like I'm 95% of the time in love and maybe 5% of the time in fear. And in that shift, it's like super, super powerful. And it's like that muscle is so strong that it's not so easily knocked down. And if it does knock me down, it's like, boom, I just get right back up and just get back in the game. And my perspectives and the way that I see things are different and more liberating and more supportive of my personal development or my personal expression in this world. So I know that I'm rambling and I'm talking about so many good things, but I just wanted to give you an update. And this is not a quick update of just like my health. I did the Bikini Body program. I did a 12-week boot camp. I was part of a mastermind group. We're doing some cool video episodes. Let's see. I've been writing like crazy. I'm almost finished with the writing process. I should be done in the next couple weeks and then get it over to editing. And relationships, man, it's cool. I really believe this, that my relationship with myself or my God, or my inner voice, or my gut, or my intuition, or universe, God, whatever that is, my relationship with that energy is a direct, like every relationship on the outside is a direct reflection of that. So as I am connected, like I talked about earlier, plugging into that source, I've just noticed that my relationship with myself is good. Like I feel good in my own skin. I feel good about my relating with my children. I feel good about relating with their father. I feel good about my friends. I feel good about the people that are coming into my life. And it just feels like everybody I meet is so beautiful, and everybody that's in my space. There's this saying that when you cease to feel fear, when you are not in a space of fear, all things cease to feel fear in your presence. And like I was talking earlier, I'm not really in that space of fear so much, and I'm just overflowing with just loving vibes, and I'm just noticing that people feel that, and they connect with that, and they resonate with that, and then we have beautiful experiences as a result. So life is good. Health is good. Relationships are good. The creative expression, my career is going good. Everything is just, I kind of feel like life is like, here, Lori, would you like this? And, oh, Lori, you were just thinking that. Here, would you like this? And it reminds me of Wayne Dyer when he talks about manifestation. He talks about there's like 4 levels of manifestation. The first level is like, you have this idea of something that you want. And he uses the analogy of strawberry ice cream. So he says, you have the idea that you want strawberry ice cream. So you get in the car and you go buy yourself some strawberry ice cream. And he says, that's awesome, because here you went from, it was a thought, and now you're holding it in your hand. It was something that was an idea, and now it's physical. That's level 1. Then level 2, he talks about where you have the idea, I'd really love some strawberry ice cream, and then you give a couple of bucks to your kids and say, why don't you go pick me up some? And that's like the next level, because in this sense, you're not actually going and making that happen. You get to just enjoy the benefits of sending somebody else to do it. And then the third level he calls synchronicity, where in this state, you have the idea, I'd really love some strawberry ice cream. And then you're just doing your thing, and somebody comes up to you and is like, is this your strawberry ice cream? And you're like, whoa, yeah, I guess, cool, thank you. And it's almost like it's a knowing that that is yours. And then he talks about the 4th level, which is unity consciousness, which is that next level of manifestation. And what I believe he's talking about there is where everybody is in that space, in that knowing, and in that beingness. So I may have that completely wrong, because I'm in the 3rd zone, baby. I'm like right there in the place where I'm having these ideas and they're showing up. And I'm like, ooh, trip out. I really want to be very clear and very intentional and very aware of my words, because they are happening. They're happening much faster than what I've ever seen before. And it's a cool thing, and it's an eye-opening thing. So I'm doing good. I'm doing really, really good. And I really believe in the power of plugging into source, charging up that battery full and complete, so that you are not trying to get fulfillment outside of yourself. At least this is where I'm coming from. I'm not trying to get fulfillment outside of myself. I'm like self-generating that fulfillment, self-generating that energy, because I can just sit here and think about something beautiful and loving, and then I feel it. And then it's just, as a result of feeling that, all of the excess just overflows. I'm not walking around with an empty cup saying, can you please fill my cup? Instead, I'm just learning how to, or remembering to keep my cup full, my energy fully charged, so that it just spills onto everything that I do. Goodness, that this beauty of life just, blah, like it's everywhere. It's on everything. So this might sound like I'm on crack, and in a sense, I'm like totally high. I'm high, but not on drugs. I'm like high on the good stuff, like high on my perspective, and that's the best. I always say, like, start at the top, the highest perspective possible, and then enjoy the trickle-down effect. When you start at the top, and it all trickles down, then what happens is that trickle-down is where things just show up for you. And you go, oh my God, well, thank you. I was giving this analogy the other day. Like I'm at a parade and I'm just walking down, like I am the parade, and I'm walking down the street and there's people on the sidelines cheering me on, and then they've got all these things and they're like, Lori, would you like this? Would you like that? And I'm like, oh yeah, I think I'd like this, and oh, I think I'd like that, and thank you so much. Like, that's cool. I'm just cruising along, almost like going down the lazy river. It's a flippin' trip, because you know what? I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to feel like nothing is going right. I know what it feels like to feel like hitting a freaking dead end, and feeling like I'm hitting a brick wall. I know what it feels like to feel drained and depleted, and I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to do anything. And yet I feel this contrast where I'm at now, where it's like, this is a trip. This is a trip, and this is amazing. Life feels so amazing. So I'm going to stop talking for now. I think that's a pretty good update, right? Please share with me what's been going on with you. And if you've got questions about anything, totally post them in the comments below. And if you want to stay posted, hopefully you're over at lifebylori.com and you saw like the little box where you put in your email. That way, I'll just hit you up when I got something to share with you and send it on over to you. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye guys. Thank you.